Now looking at the market today, falling back in the session, marginally so. We saw it recoup some of the losses last week, closing in positive territory. What are your expectations for the bourse going forward this week?
Right. In the coming week, we hope to see better performance in the bourse, given that, of course, there's a lot of trading that is going to happen around the KQ and the rights issue. Again, the banking sector is still very attractive for investors in Kenya. And so, generally speaking, the market will continue to go up. As you realize that in the past few weeks, there was a bear run, and now we're looking at something more bullish in the market.
Looking at those banking stocks, we had Kenya Commercial Bank moving about 2.74 million shillings. What's likely to drive the stock going forward in the week? Right.
The stock performed very well. The company performed very well and posted very good performance. Its regional presence is still making it to be the company to beat. On top of that, they have presence in the mortgage sector, and they are right now the market leaders. Obviously, that will still make it attractive to an investor, and even in the coming week, it will still do very well.
And within the banking sector, now that we've seen a number of companies posting results, which is your favorite within the banking sector?
I'll vote for KCB anytime.
All right. Now, looking at other companies out with results, last week we had TransCentury reported full-year profit before tax up about 38% to 869.3 million shillings. The company also went on to declare a dividend of 0.25 shillings. What did you make of those numbers, and would you be buying into that stock right now?
The TransCentury is a good company, strictly speaking. In the short run, of course, the results will still make it to be something to look at favorably. But however, I'm looking at a lot of assets that are still lying idle and still need to work in terms of Civicon, in terms of even RVR. And so that, and given the current economic performance, it might not perform very well. And so it is something that I would look at, but cautiously.
Looking at another one, a newcomer on the bourse as well, was British American Investments. That company under pressure. It posted a full-year pre-tax loss of 1.7 billion shillings. That's from a profit of 2.7 billion shillings a year earlier. That stock still trading below its listing price. What are your prospects for the company going forward, given such results?
They are a financial services company, and they are going to have, poor performance, or should I say, underperformance in the next few weeks, attributed to the issues of economic performance. And then there's nothing clear as to what is the direction of the company. They are talking of real estate investments, but that has not come out clear as to whether it's just a landing zone or a safe landing zone, or it's a clear-cut strategy to get them out of the troubles they are in at the moment. And so the BAI might not be as attractive a counter for an investor right now.
And looking at Kenya Airways, you did touch on it a bit earlier, given that rights issue. It is expected to launch that rights issue later in the week. That share has come under pressure, really trading below that 14 shilling rights issue offer at 13.60 in today's trading session. We did see it edge up today. How are investors likely to play the stock ahead of that rights issue later in the week?
Right. Initially, the shareholders were those who are there for speculative purposes, were trying to supply the shares at an advantage before the rights issue. But later on, it became apparent that the supply was too much, and so the price fell. As of today, obviously, when the prices fell below the rights issue price, it became necessary that those who have the shares do not sell anymore. And so that change will effectively change the game in the next coming week, in that we will probably continue to see KQ in the green rather than on the red side as previously reported.
Now looking at big news out today, earlier today the President Kibaki announced an oil find in Kenya. What is the likely impact of such a discovery on the economy, and then perhaps looking at the market as a whole?
Well, it's good news to all of us. There are a few things. One, as your colleague had mentioned earlier, it will open up the northern region effectively because the economic activity of the country is usually restricted to the central region or the railway belt from Mombasa to Kisumu. Now, if this oil is viable, then it will open up the northern region effectively, and that will effectively sort of double up the economic performance of the country. Beyond that, however, the country is reliant on two major economic activities, which is agriculture and tourism, for its foreign exchange and for its own survival. And even the agriculture that we do is below par in terms of demand. And so when this oil actually becomes a reality, then it means that we'll have a third revenue generator, and that would be very good for the economy.